It's an Asian folk tale. And I started telling this story 30 years ago. Then I stopped telling the story. Then I started telling the story again for a real good reason. When Camille was a little girl, she heard the story a lot, so did Kelly and some of the children together probably. And then I stopped telling it. And so years went by. I was at Sun Harvest checking out. I go up to the checker, and it's Camille. She's 18 years old, getting ready to go to college. So, hey, Camille, I haven't seen you since you're 10 years old. Good to see you. Yeah. I put my beans on the counter. And, oh, Camille, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the number of the bulk bin on there. She says, that's okay, it's 39 cents a pound. I said, how did you know that? With all the thousands of things in the store, she said, because of the story you told us. I said, what story? Oarsman, you know, my advisors. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I tell that story 10 times a year now. Here's how it goes. There's a queen who lived in a country called Burma. It's very hot, very jungly, very rainy, and so there are very few roads. Everybody travels by river. And she had a summer palace in the mountains and a winter palace by the sea. And she was traveling from her summer palace to the winter palace on a big barge, which is a big boat, almost as big as this room. And in the middle of the boat was a bunch of pillows and a tent. And she and all her advisors were resting on the pillows, taking a nap. Advisors are people who help a king or a queen make decisions. They're very smart. But the oarsmen were out in the hot sun rowing the boat down the river. One of the oarsmen saw everybody asleep, and he was all sweaty and said to another oarsman, hey, look at them in the shade over there. How come they all get to rest in this shade? We got to be out in the hot sun doing all the hard work. We're all humans. We're all the same. How come we don't get to do that? Well, time went by. They pulled up to the shore just before dark. All the advisors were still asleep. The queen had heard that. So the advisors are asleep. She calls the oarsman over. She says, Oarsman, go to the top of that hill and see what that noise is. The oarsman was so excited that she chose him to go do something. So he runs to the top of the hill, comes back 5 minutes later. He says, Your Highness, that noise is made by some puppies. She says, great. How many puppies? He says, I don't know, I have to go check. Runs to the top of the hill, comes back. 5 puppies, Your Highness. What colors are they? Gee, I don't know, I have to go check. Runs to the top of the hill, comes back. 2 brown and 3 black. Well, how many boys and how many girl puppies? Gee, I don't know. I have to go check. Runs to the top of the hill, comes back. 1 boy and 4 girls. And who do they belong to? Gee, I don't know. I have to go to the top of the hill and go check. Runs to the top of the hill, comes back. They belong to the monks who live in the temple at the top of the hill. She says, oh, thank you so much. Please go sit down. He was so excited that she had chosen him. Time goes by. The advisors wake up. He says, advisor, come on over here, please. Go to the top of the hill and see what that noise was. Advisor goes to the top of the hill. Comes back 5 minutes later. What was that noise? Well, that noise is made by some puppies. How many puppies? 5 puppies. What colors are they? 3 brown and 2 black. How many males and how many females? 1 boy, 4 girls. Who do they belong to? They belong to the monks who live at the top of the hill of the temple. He turns to the oarsman and says, yes, we're all human, but this is why some of us are oarsmen, and some of us are advisors. It's about paying attention. We tell the story all the time, so that if somebody, one of your teachers tells you to get out the stamp game, and you show up at the stamp game and don't have your paper and pencil, the teacher might just say, oarsman or advisor, your choice. So you have a choice to make, whether you're going to pay attention in life or not. It makes a huge difference when you grow up. I have a letter here. I'm going to read just a short part to you. This is a letter from a boy who came here for about 6 years named Regan Hahn. He's in high school now. I'm not going to read the whole letter, but the first part of the letter talks about how he read a lot of Greek myths, and he got so turned on to Greek mythology that he took Latin in high school and entered into the Greek myth debate for the state of Texas, and came in 4th place, and he sent me his review.
Oh,
But at the end, he says this. He says, oh, one of his best friends was here at our graduation and was part of the Gates of Life in Dylan. So he says this. Dylan will come, I want to come to, he didn't get to come last year, this little boy, Lincoln. I will make it next year though, and hopefully my good pal Dylan will come with me. I'm grateful for everything you did for me. P.S. I still do try and be an advisor. Unlike Dylan, who stubbornly sticks to being an oarsman. Who doesn't count the puppies, what color they are, what gender they are, and who they belong to. So that's the story of the advisors and the oarsmen.